So I just wanted to do a quick update on my tricopter build. Dave and I both built them pretty much identical. I've just added a couple of lights, etc. But I thought I'd kind of go over some of the basics of the tricopter build. We didn't know much about it when we started this, so I'm just going to, again, touch base on some of the things that you may need to know if you're looking at building a tricopter. So let's start with basic things. First off, you're going to need yourself a controller. I got ourselves, all of our stuff we got at Hobby King. It just seems to be the place to go for anything that tricopter, quadcopter, frames, anything like that. We decided to build a homemade frame out of wood, some Lexan plastic, and the rest of the stuff we basically got from Hobby King. So we got ourselves a little 6-channel radio. This one is the Turnigy TGY-i6. It is a Fly Sky radio, just branded for Turnigy. Works flawlessly. It's backlit. No complaints. Nice and light. Take a look on my channel for the review of the transmitter itself. I have used it now for about 6 or 7 flights. Works flawlessly. No problems. Absolutely love it. I have a Spectrum DX6i, and I prefer this Turnigy over the Spectrum. No problems. Next thing you're going to need is a battery. So what I'm using is a 4,000 milliamp 11.1 35C battery. This I got from Great Hobbies here in Canada, just one of our larger hobby stores. This 4,000 milliamp battery will give you approximately, right now I'm just kind of doing hovering around the backyard, nothing too much, but I can probably get about 8 to 10 minutes on that. I do also use a little LiPo alarm that I picked up also from Hobby King. So basically, you just plug that in. Let's plug it in the right way. And it gives you an indication. So 3 green means that you're ready to go. As the battery starts to get lower, these it's 3 lights because it's a 3-cell, 2 lights if it's a 2-cell, etc. If the lights turn red, or as the battery voltage gets low, these lights will turn red first, and then you hear that alarm. So this way, while you're flying, you know when to actually land the vehicle safely, so you don't wreck your LiPo battery. So with those 2 things out of the way, you can run either. This will actually run on a 2-cell battery. It just doesn't have the power of the 3-cell, but you can actually get away with running it on a 2-cell battery. It's kind of like almost, I guess, like a training mode. It will fly, but it does fly better with 3-cell LiPo. So let's move this out of the way a bit here. Okay, so let's get a little closer. So you're going to have three propellers. This one here is actually a clockwise propeller. These ones here are actually, this one here and this one here on the back is actually a counterclockwise propeller. So the way the KK2 board is set up, it does all its figuring out and all its math and everything that it needs to do, and actually makes this thing fly perfectly balanced and normal, etc., etc. Let's see here. So we can zoom in on this. I'll just pick it up like this. There we are. So these are speed controls. We're running 30 amp speed controls with our brushless motors. Unfortunately, I do not know the motor KV. I tried to look it up in my history, and apparently I've deleted it. So again, this isn't a full breakdown on how to build a tricopter. This is just kind of what we've done with ours. So again, so you're going to need 3 ESCs, enough wire to connect it to the KK2 board. I've put a light on the front and lights on the back here, white and then red on the back. Just this way, I'm flying a little bit more at night. I can kind of see which direction it's actually pointing. Of course, I have the orange blades on the front and the black on the back. The orange on the front, of course, again, while it is flying in the air, you can kind of see which direction it is and orientation. This is a 1/12 scale pan body from Protoform. I picked this up at my local hobby store. They had it on sale for $5, so I picked up a couple of them actually. So I just cut it up, had it all painted up actually for my street revo. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. The idea of the body is actually just to cover the KK2 board and some of the electronics. So as we go closer, we have the receiver right here. I do have everything kind of all taped up to make it as waterproof as possible. Underneath the Velcro here and tape, I have the KK2 board. This then goes all the way down to the back to another speed control. And then let's see if we can get this right there. This is a really, really cool, well, what do you call it? I mean, it's a servo. It's got a micro servo here and the pivot to make you go yaw left and right. There's probably a technical name for it, but I'm going to call it pivot point yaw left right. Yeah, that sounds good. So I've already got a 3-cell battery mounted underneath. The LiPo alarm goes onto the side. All right, so now you kind of have a brief view of it. Let's take it outside and get a little bit of footage and see how this thing looks in the air and how it performs. See you outside. So it's a beautiful, nice gray day on December 7th or 8th, 2015 here in Ontario, Canada, and it's actually 0 degrees out. Last year at this time we had about 2.5 feet worth of snow, so this is kind of nice. Okay, so starting everything up, first thing you're going to want to do is turn on your controller. Plug in your LiPo alarm. And then plug in the tricopter itself. And where's my red? The red. There we go. It does its little singing thing, and we are ready. So let's put her down over here. And of course, it's just going to be a quick little test flight so you can see what it looks like in the air. Sorry the mess around here. We got everything set up for winter, so. Alright, so on the controller I actually have sport mode, disarm, and arm. So I don't forget which ones are which. The sport mode takes off auto hover, not hover, sorry, balance. And yeah, arm and disarm. So let's disarm it. Oh, sorry, let's arm it. There we go. Now David did quite a bit of research on how to get the settings quite right for the KK2 board. Before setting it up the way we have it now, there's diving all over the place. We were breaking props. One thing I'd like to mention now, we're also running nylon props instead of the ABS props. The ABS props will just snap right off if you hit anything. The nylon ones take a lot more abuse. So as you can tell, steady hover, flies really nice. Take it out in the yard here. Now I'm just getting used to the controls. The only other type of quadcopter I've flown before is actually a QR1 by Traxxas. So this is a little different than that. But yeah, so just kind of getting used to the setup of going back and forth and blah, blah, blah. Uh-oh. There we are. Anyway, as I get the hang of it, it's going to come along a lot nicer. Anyway, so that's the tricopter flying. It's nice. It's going to be a lot of fun. I would like to mount the old GoPro on there and get some flying footage. I just have to figure out how to actually make a vibration mount. Or anti-vibration mount, I guess I should say.
So thanks for watching. I hope you find this video somewhat informative. It was kind of a little bit of a challenge to decide to build one of these, and there's a lot of information out there, so it was kind of difficult to find something that was simple to build and simple to follow. So with the help of David, we got that done. So, and Hobby King, and of course the interwebs. Anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and drop me a line. Talk to you later.